407 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Abe Lincoln was born in Sinking Spring, Kentucky on February 12, 1809. His mother was Nancy Hanks Lincoln and his father was Thomas Lincoln. When Abe was 2, his family moved to Knob Creek, Kentucky. Then in 1816, his family moved to Indiana. They left Kentucky because Kentucky was a slave state, and Abe's family did not believe in slavery. Indiana was a new state, and slavery was against the law there. When Abe was 8, his mother died of milk sickness. A few years later, Abe's dad married a widow with 3 children. Abe helped his dad a lot, but when his dad did not need his help, Abe and his sister Sarah walked miles to go to school. Abe loved reading, and he would walk miles to go borrow books. His favorite books were about George Washington. He became Abe's hero. Abe had many jobs as a young man. When he earned his first dollar, he said, "The world seemed wider and fairer before me." Abe wrote many famous quotes. My favorite one is when he was asked about being two-faced, he replied, "If I had another face, do you think I would wear this one?" When Abe was 33, he got married to Mary Todd, who he met in Springfield, Illinois at a dance. Before Abe married, he was a lawyer, and a very good one, too. Abe and Mary had 4 children, Robert, Thomas, William, and Edward. Only Robert lived to adulthood. In 1860, Abe ran for president against Stephen A. Douglas. Abe won the election. Abe was now the 16th president of the United States of America. One night, Abe had a dream. A soldier was guarding a coffin. Abe asked, "Who is dead in the White House?" The soldier replied, "The president is dead." In 1861, the Civil War started. It was North against the South. Abe wanted to not only end slavery, he wanted to end the war, too. During the war, Abe wrote the Emancipation Proclamation. It declared that all slaves in the Confederate States were free. He also gave the Gettysburg Address. It declared that... Oopsies. Hoping it would remind people of the freedoms and liberty we had here in America. April 9, 1865, the war ended and the northern states came out victorious. And also, slaves were freed in most states. 5 days later, Lincoln was assassinated during a play. John Wilkes Booth shot him. He was an actor who favored the South. Now you can go to the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. and see Lincoln sitting in a chair. The 36 columns there represent the 36 states that were in the Union when Lincoln was assassinated. Abraham Lincoln was put on the penny in 1909. There have been many famous speeches given in front of the Lincoln Memorial, the most famous being Dr. Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech.
It's true.
Here are a few little-known facts about Lincoln. He had notes in his hat. He was the tallest president, the first president with a beard, the first president assassinated, and 77 years ago equals 87 years ago, which would have been 1776, referring to the signing of the Declaration of Independence.